before we start this video, I want to give a big shout out to my KOG members of the month, Blue Cat and Run2127. You guys are awesome, just saying. If you want your name here, consider hitting that join button for exclusive channel benefits. How's it going, guys? RNG Life here, and today we finally unlocked Axel Brodie. It's pretty interesting. So we're gonna be taking a live look at all his level up stuff, all his skills. I'm gonna see if Axel is an actual good character or if he's gonna follow the trend and be another disappointing mess. Now, he is focused on the whole Volcanic thing, and right off the bat, like, they do one little disappointing thing where they kind of lock his boss monster behind a skill because, as you guys might know, we already have Doomfire in a previous box. So I didn't know if they were actually gonna gonna be ballsy enough to give us a Doomfire. I was not sure if this would happen, but no, apparently not. They're just like, nah, you guys don't deserve Doomfire. Go buy it. So if you guys wanted to play Doomfire, at least you can get it through his skill, but now you can't run a good skill. But let's take a look at what this skill is. It's a level 1 skill, so it's the first thing we have when we unlock him. It says, at the beginning of the duel, add 2 Volcanic Shell, okay. 1 Volcanic Doomfire, and 1 Blaze Accelerator, and 1 Tri-Blaze Accelerator. Dude, that's like plus what, 5 cards? Holy crap. In addition, you can use the following effects. Alright, let's see what we can do. Can be used during your next turn after you have activated Blaze Accelerator. Add 1 Tri-Blaze Accelerator from your deck or grave to your hand. Okay. Can be used during your next turn after you have activated Tri-Blaze. Add 1 Volcanic Doomfire. I mean, adding Doomfire is not a bad thing. That's pretty cool. But you have to activate, what, the Tri-Blaze Accelerator? Which for that one, you do already automatically have to activate or have a Blaze Accelerator so you can get this one out, I think. Yeah, you can only play this by sending a face-up Blaze Accelerator on your side of the field to the graveyard. I know he had like a trap or something that pretty much summoned Doomfire that he used as an NPC, so I'm looking forward to seeing that as his level up reward or something. So we'll see if we can actually get that. But cool. I mean, this is your way to pay, like, kind of not pay to win, a free to play a way to run his stuff, because these, like I said, these cards are in a previous box, as you can see by the amount that I already own. I have 3 copies of this. I have 2 copies of this guy. This is, I think, a rare or something. Apparently not, because I have 3 copies, and this one I also have 3 copies. So I don't know what's going on, but yeah. Let's take a look at what else he's giving us. So I am seeing some gems. All right, fair enough. It's a very small amount of gems. Have they always given us 5 gems? Wait a minute. Have they always been giving us 5 gems for the level 2 level up? That feels like a little bit small. That feels like a little bit of an insult. But I don't know. Let me know if that's been the case, because 5 just seems like, what, did I just get one in the trash or something? I don't know. What is this card right here? Soul of Fire. Your opponent draws 1 card, select 1 Pyro monster from your deck and remove it from play. Okay, cool. So your opponent draws and you banish one of your boys. Alright, cool. Inflict damage to your opponent equal to quarter the attack of the removed monster. Okay. If you activate this card, you cannot declare an attack. Well, I mean, you're already losing because your opponent's drawing a card. You can't attack. But if you're going pure burn, I can see this kind of going all in a complete just burn deck. Depending how big we can get our pyro type monsters. Like, is this guy a pyro? I know he's 3,000. Yeah, he's definitely pyro. So that means that 1/4 of this would be what, like 750? Yeah, half of 1,500 is 750. So 750 burn. I mean, what do you do? You also banish him out of your deck, and maybe if you had a way to bring him back if he was banished, then that could be really good with this card. But cool. I mean, it looks like it might give us something for potential fire burn, or just an extra card in a fire burn deck. So not too bad, I guess. We'll see how good that is, but I feel like if you don't OTK your opponent with this, and a few other cards, obviously, if you don't just destroy them in 1 turn with all the cards that you've given them as draw power, they're just gonna obliterate you on the next turn. That's what it feels like. But yeah, let's see what else they got. What is this? Fire Trooper? I don't remember this guy. When this card is summoned, okay, summoned, that's nice. You can send it to the graveyard, inflict 500 damage to your opponent. It's like, bounce off the field, burn your opponent. Fair enough. I know they're going for like a whole literal burn deck kind of thing, and then I think it's fine. So cool, especially now with Duel Links and them like cutting all the damage and everything in half. So let me know if these guys were actually like 1,000 damage or something instead, because I get the feeling a lot of these guys are going to suffer. So, what else we got? Level 10, there's that Volcanic counter. I believe you can get this from the event as well, but hey, at least you get them as a level up reward, so you don't have to worry too much about it. So, cool. I think that's fine. This guy says when you take battle damage while this card's in your grave, banish from the grave. Wait, what? Then if there's a fire monster other than this guy in the grave, inflict damage to your opponent equal to half the amount of battle damage you took. Oh, okay, so it kind of just throws a little bit of splash damage at your opponent for them hitting you. So, but you do have to take battle damage, so that's the condition, and this guy has to be in the grave, so I could see it happening, but okay. And it only punishes them for like half of the damage you take, so, I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's an alright card, but it's a little bit wishy-washy, iffy for the condition being you have to take a bunch of damage. So, but I could definitely see it dealing a lot of damage. Say your opponent hits you with like a very large monster and you try to survive it, maybe with grit. So they can deal like an insane amount of damage and then Volcanic countered, maybe to mess them up. I don't know. That could be pretty interesting. But interesting. What else we got? So we got S/UR ticket. These should be prismatic. That's in my opinion. I guess for newer players they're fine because there's a chance to pick out of a list of all these other cards that you could potentially farm. These are farmable, right? Yeah, they are, because I have like 7 copies of most of them and 23 copies of this guy. Where's YuGiOh? I think YuGiOh is the one that I have like 50 copies of, probably. I don't know. Can't sort by the cards that I have the most of, but yeah, I have, well, there you are. I have 43 copies of Charging Guy. We are Gaia Gang, dude. Alright, so yeah, we can get that. That's fine. That's fine. That's for like new players, I guess. What is this skill? Draw Sense Fire. We all know Draw Sense Fire. That's cool. So if you take a certain amount of damage, you draw a fire monster from the top of your deck. Cool. Solar Flare Dragon. Why does this guy seem so familiar to me? When you control another pyro monster, this card cannot be attacked. Okay, interesting. During each of your end phases, inflict 250. I guess that was 500 before. So, fair enough. So he's kind of like he's a big burn boy. Okay, you put him on the field. He cannot be attacked. And every turn he's just constantly burning. So, cool. If you're going to play some kind of stall burn, maybe he can be useful. Other than that, he's a little bit too weak. And unless you can set up a really, really solid board, this guy's going to be a little bit slow. So, there's that. We got Volcanic Scattershot. Dude, this guy's kind of insane. Dude, this is kind of wild. So, we got Scattershot? Alright, if you guys don't know why I'm actually kind of hyped about this card. It's because it says, if this card is sent to the graveyard, inflict 250 damage to your opponent. That used to be 500, by the way. If this card is sent to the grave by the effect of a Blaze Accelerator card, you can send 2 Volcanic Scattershots from your hand and or deck to the graveyard and destroy all monsters your opponent controls. That's pretty wild. I mean, it's okay nowadays, but yeah, that's pretty good, especially if your opponent, if we are trying to move towards like the Xyz era, and your opponent has to really commit to putting monsters on board, committing multiple resources to get a monster out. This thing wipes their board, and that's really, really strong. That's gonna be pretty good. I don't know about the current meta and how everything's shifting, but yeah, I mean, no Cocytus anymore, so I mean, this looks pretty cool. I think they have to give us 3 of this. This is a card that has to be played at 3, right? It has to be sent away with the Blaze Accelerator card, first of all. Which is, I mean, the deck is made to do. Then you can send 2 Volcanic Scattershots from your hand and or deck to the grave, so it thins out the deck pretty well, and it wipes your opponent's board. I think this card is really good. I really think it's good. They have to give us 3. There's no way that they can only give us 1 or 2. We have to get it at 3. So, yeah, but that's pretty much its only use. So, it's pretty cool. Another copy of Soul on Fire. Soul of Fire. We're probably going to get 3 copies of that one. We got this. What's my level 20? What is this? Fire Reload. Can be used if you only have fire pyros in your hand. Okay, in the hand. I was about to say in deck. That could be a little bit annoying because that's going to be a very, very niche skill. But in your hand, I can see that being useful. Because you just summon the monster that's not pyro, and then you just do whatever you're going to do. Return all cards of your hand from your hand into the deck and shuffle it. Then draw the same amount of cards. Alright, cool. That you return the deck. And yeah, so it's literally reload if you have fire monsters. It's quite literal with the name. So fire reload. That's fine. That's cool. I could see that being useful, especially because I guess your deck, maybe you don't want certain cards in your hand, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's fine. By the way, does that mean you can't have spells or traps? Can be used if you only have fire pyro monsters in your hand. Okay, yeah, it only works if you have monsters, so therefore, I think if you have spells and traps, it does not work, so, rip. This guy is here again. We got them gems, them beautiful gems. I'm gonna be farming those. We got this guy again, cool, this guy again. I'm expecting to see like 3 copies of all of those. There's our second Scattershot at 30, okay. 35 better be the third Scattershot, otherwise this card is completely... I don't know if it's unplayable, but this sends 2 other Volcanic Scattershots, so 35 has to be another Scattershot. So 33 is Fire Trooper, and okay, good. I was about to get scared. I was like, 35 is not Scattershot. Good. Fortunately, we are a higher level. I don't know how high they go. I think they go to 45. Well, we'll have to roll and see. There you are. You're at 38. Okay, good. So there's our third Scattershot. Like I said, we had to get 3 of this, otherwise it doesn't work. So cool. What's your 45, dude? 40 is another Solar Flare Dragon. Meh. All right. What are we looking at? Are they gonna give us a Doomfire out of nowhere? Nah, dude, I don't think so. Oh, what is this? Oh, hello, Volcanic Wall. Is this like a straight up anime card? This looks like an anime card. I've never seen this card before, but that looks like it's a scene from the anime. I am not kidding. So it looks like a screenshot from the anime, but cool. Dude, if they gave us anime exclusive cards, I would be so hyped. That would be one thing that would make Duel Links very interesting. So, once per turn, you can send 3 cards on the top of your deck to the grave. That's not bad. All right, a continuous mill card, alright, to the grave, alright, and if you do, inflict 250 damage to your opponent for each pyro monster that is sent to the grave. Okay, by the effect, cool. You cannot declare an attack. You don't need to declare an attack in this deck. All they do is burn your opponent. You don't even need a battle, dude. You just basically burn them forever. So yeah, I can see this being pretty good, actually. If you're playing a full-on pyro deck, it's like, yeah, you're dealing, what, 750 if you mill 3? So 750 per turn, 750 per turn, not including all the other cards dealing their burn damage. So it is kind of giving you an arsenal for you to, like, have this guy out, maybe something else to protect him. I don't know, something along those lines. Something that's basically making your monsters unkillable. You also have Volcanic Wall, which is also doing its thing, which is just milling constantly. The only thing is, how are you gonna deck out? I feel like you're gonna deck out long before you can actually burn them all the way. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that might have been more before, more damage. It probably was 500 before. So 1500 burn per turn would have been insane. So a 750 burn every turn, yeah, I can see that being pretty useful. That's like what, six turns probably. I'm not mathing correctly, but that sounds like it'd be 6 turns, right? 1500, 1500 again. Yeah, 1500 is probably enough. So yeah, Volcanic Wall. Interesting. So that looks like a pretty cool card. Now let's take a look at his skills and see if he's gonna be really good, because these characters are not just defined by their cards, they're defined by their skills. If he has a skill that completely just makes it really oppressive and makes these volcanic guys like meta, well, then that's gonna be a thing. But let's check out his skills. We got Volcanic Force. Alright, so send 1 face-up Tri-Blaze, so it's not the regular one. You control to the grave and play 1 Volcanic Doomfire from your deck, hand, or grave. Okay, that's kind of wild. Once per duel, so you do have to have this thing out, which for this you have to have Blaze Accelerator out, which is not hard to get for the other one because you could just summon the other guy, but he is a pay-to-win card. I forget the name of him, but he's a 1900 guy. You summon him and he searches a Blaze Accelerator card, so you basically search the other one, play it, then eventually get another copy of, maybe summon the other pay-to-win monster. Yeah, then get this one. It's gonna be a while, or if you have them all in one turn, maybe. I wonder if you can do that. Can you just Blaze Accelerator, activate this one right off the bat, and then immediately use this skill on turn 1 to get you a free boss monster? By the way, if you guys don't know, Volcanic Doomfire is kind of like, he's kind of interesting because he's like, the deck is like meant to not really attack, but if this guy attacks and destroys a monster, he wipes your opponent's board. So he's kind of wild. This card cannot normal summoner says. This card can only be special summoned by sending face-up Tri-Blaze Accelerator. You control the grave, blah, blah, blah. During your opponent's battle phase, your opponent must attack this monster with any attack position monster they control. So that's kind of the whole point. When this card destroys a monster by battle and send it to the grave, destroy all monsters your opponent controls and inflict 500 damage to your opponent for each monster destroyed by this effect. So, yeah, dude, that's kind of crazy. Doomfire is pretty wild. You're gonna have him on board. I guess that would be the synergy with like maybe having a Solar Flare Dragon and whatever. You basically have him on board. I can see the deck kind of doing some stuff. I kind of do like this skill. Volcanic Force looks pretty cool. And you can get it from dual reward. So you're gonna have to farm it. Good luck, dude. So there's that. We got reloading. It looks like he really likes to reload. Oh yeah, that's his whole theme, right? He's like a military man. He reloads like he reloads a gun. So okay, I gotcha. Can be used by sending isn't that a part of the Volcanics as well? Reloading, because they're kind of got guns. They're kind of like bullets because they're shells. Can be used by sending one or two fire monsters from the hand to the grave while you control Blaze Accelerator. Okay, so you have to have Blaze Accelerator to use this skill. Choose Volcanic monsters from your deck equal to the number of cards you sent from your hand to the graveyard, and send it/them to your grave. Okay, this skill can be used once per duel. This reminds me a lot of the Jesse Anderson skill. I forgot the name of it, but it's like literally the skill that everybody uses with Crystal Beasts, where you send 2 from your hand away and then he like mills 2 to the grave. This pretty much does that. The only condition is you have to have your Blaze Accelerator on the board to do it. Interesting to like mill out your deck, I guess. Depends what you're trying to do. But yeah, I can see this okay, I guess. I still like Volcanic Force way better. I still think this one's really cool because it rushes out your Doomfire. And then hopefully he doesn't get like just karma cutted. So yeah. But maximum firepower, what is this? Until the end of the turn, one fire pyro monster you control gains 200 attack times the number of fire pyro monsters in the grave. Okay. This skill can only be used, because this deck wants to mill everything, dude. Especially if you're using your level 45 Volcanic Wall card and just have a bunch of them in the grave. Because grass looks greener, it's not a thing. Maybe with Lightsworns, maybe with all their mill shenanigans, can see that being a thing. Even though, like, I don't know what benefit you have just having a bunch in the grave. You kind of want to, like, get the burn effects off, so I don't know. But yeah, you basically use this to make one monster super Unga Bunga large. That's pretty much all it really is. So, I mean, that's kind of cool. What, once per turn, twice per duel? Fair enough. That's pretty interesting. Not the best skill, but it's alright. Life point boost. We got fight on the front lines. Alright. All fire pyro monsters gain 200 attack and defense. Is it permanent? Is this kind of like the Dino DNA, but that dinosaur power or whatever, where it's just like every dinosaur gets 100 attack or whatever permanent? Because this could be pretty interesting. All fire pyro monsters you control just 200 attack and defense for free. That could be really good if you just want to have like a lineup of these cards or whatever and just make them large enough to the point where your opponent's just like, I cannot attack this monster. It's not beneficial. He's too big. He gets bigger every turn. Let me just defend. Fight on the front lines. Kind of like the skill. Just to make them Unga Bunga strong once again, but the defense is what makes it interesting, because that means you could possibly have a big defense boy and just permanently just boost him forever. And yeah, Blaze Accelerator Reserve. What are you? Can be used by sending 1 or 2 Volcanic monsters from your hand to the grave. Okay. Choose Blaze Accelerator card from your deck or grave equal to the number of cards you sent from your hand to the graveyard. Add it/them to your hand. That could be pretty good, because it searches Blaze Accelerator, so you literally just send 1 or 2 Volcanic monsters from that. You send a shell or whatever other Volcanic, send them to the grave. You basically add Blaze Accelerator and try Blaze Accelerator, play Blaze, then you get rid of it, play Tri-Blaze, then you have the ability to go for the big guy. I think he does need to be in the hand to play it, though. It's been a while since I've seen these cards in action, but I can see that being pretty good to like get you your plays, get your plays going, I guess. Recovery, I'm assuming that just recovers them. Let's see. Return up to 3 Volcanic or Blaze Accelerator cards from your graveyard to the deck, and once per duel. There's a card that does that already. I know there's a Blaze recovery card. I don't know if that's the name, but yeah, it basically does that. It's a trap card. Blaze Accelerator Deployment. Turn 1 Blaze. Oh, okay, this is kind of wild. Turn 1 Blaze Accelerator you control into a Tri-Blaze. Skill can be used once per turn and twice per duel. Okay. Kind of interesting. So you basically, with this skill, you're going to max out on just Blaze Accelerator. You don't need to even run Tri-Blaze. You basically have this out, and as soon as you have this out, you make it into this thing, which then once again facilitates the summon of your big boy. So if you've pulled him, by the way, this implies if you actually pulled him, we'll have to see what box he actually comes from, because I don't remember. Pretty sure he had his own box, didn't he? I kind of like Axel for his ability to use all his fire stuff to basically all do the same thing. But yeah, I mean, from all his skills, it's basically I'm gonna make it easier to summon my big guy, or I'm gonna boost my monsters up. And yeah, and I kind of like him. As for giving us anything like too revolutionary and kind of wild and off the wall crazy, nah, not really. He didn't give us any ability that says, like, I don't know, just some like actual kind of meta burn ability, which would be like kind of true to his archetype, where it's like, oh hey, burn your opponent for a 100 for each fire pyro monster in your grave every turn. You can use it twice per duel or something, because then you would have like a mill deck that sends everything, and you just burn them for like, I don't know, burn them for like the 1700 or something. I'm not sure. Twice, once on one turn, once on the next, and then you just burn them with all your spell cards. I think that would be a little bit wild, but I could see that being used in like some cheese decks. But fair enough. I gotta check his deck real quick, so let's take a look at that. Okay, so this is his deck. He does not have Doomfire, like I said. How do you get this guy? You get him from Primal Burst. Yeah, he did have his own box, so you can consider his support box to be a pretty old one. We're gonna check it out real quick just to see what are the odds getting it. Is it a main box? Ooh, it's a main box. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. Ugh. Alright, so he's in a main box, so good luck getting him for everybody who's actually gonna try to get him. But yeah, if you don't have him, I might not recommend going into it. I'm gonna say screw it, just stick to the free-to-play thing and just make him kind of a meme character. If you do have him at least at 1, then cool, you're fine. You can play a lot of his more versatile skills. But yeah, if you don't have it, I can't recommend actually going in for him, dude. Because, I mean, what else could you want from this thing? I mean, you got Lila, you got some Dark World stuff, which hasn't really been that great. You are gonna need the Volcanic Rocket if you are gonna be going for this, by the way. Like, if you're going to try to commit to this, you're going to commit, and you're going to be going into this box to get probably 3 copies of Volcanic Rocket, because this guy's amazing. And yeah, good luck getting Doomfire. But that's gonna be pretty much it for today, guys. I want to know what your opinion is on what you guys think about Axel. Do you guys think he's a pretty cool character? I personally think he's pretty good to summon Doomfire, but the thing is, how are you gonna get that Doomfire? You gotta pay to win to get it. So good luck to everybody. That's all I gotta say, dude. It's support for an old box, and they're just like, hey man, give me money. Give me money. This box isn't even discounted, dude. These packs aren't even cheap or anything. So rip. But yeah, that's pretty much that. And if you guys enjoyed, go and leave a like, share, and subscribe for more Duel Link shenanigans. But anyway, thank you guys for watching today. Have a great day, and see you guys.